Are you around next Thursday? Or I saw this photo come up on Facebook. I just say, I was thinking about you. And we underestimate how much it means to somebody else, and making it a habit to do that first thing in the morning, every morning, has kind of fanned the embers of old relationships, of people that are still friends. I just never see them. People that I went to college with, high school with, people that I used to work with. Like, you have many more people in your life than you realize. And these small habits actually help them contribute to creating a good life.
Absolutely. Mel, you are the poster child for what we call in the book social fitness. These small actions, like physical fitness, like something you do every day to keep yourself socially fit. And it can be small things like a text. It could be, somebody with a long commute, like you say, well, I can't add anything to my time. Well, if you have a hands-free phone in your car, use your commute time to talk to somebody instead of, listening to music or listening to the news. Reach out to somebody. There are all kinds of ways you can add to your life without having to add so much time that you are more stressed.
Did the study give you any guidance on what makes for a good friendship?
Yes, several things. One is what we call authenticity. And all that means is I feel I can be myself with this person. Like, I don't have to put on any kind of act. I don't have to hide big parts of who I am with this person. That sense of just being able to show up as yourself means a huge amount in terms of the comfort with which you can be together. The other thing that makes a good relationship is curiosity. So if you think about it, especially with long relationships, we think, well, I know this person. I know what they're going to say. I know how they're going to react. Bringing curiosity, even to long-standing relationships, can be so good. Like one of my meditation teachers actually taught me this first. He said, your job when you go sit down on your cushion now for the 1000th time, as you meditate, is to ask yourself, what's here that I have never noticed before? So what if you're sitting across from your friend at the coffee shop and you ask yourself, what's here that I've never noticed before? And just bring curiosity even to the relationships that you think are routine, mundane, like the back of your hand.
What's interesting that I just thought about is that if you think about your own life and you go back to like half the age that you are, looking backwards, you realize how much you've grown, how much you've changed, how different of a person you are. And yet we don't give that same perspective to the people in our life. Like, your mom has gone through the exact same amount of growth, even though the habits on the outside look the same. Your partner is a totally different human being.
Yes.
Even though they look the same to you. Your friends have had so many things happen in their life that have changed who they are and what they care about. And yet you still show up and talk about the same old sports team and how are the kids.
Yeah.
And there's something so much deeper going on.
Yes. To notice how somebody has changed can make someone feel so seen and understood.
Do you have a good question